Hi everyone and welcome back. Okay, so it's a bit of an experiment, this one. I got the grey ink pens out and started to tone this drawing with a combination of tones from the grey ink pens. I used a black ink pen as well to get the really dark tones. I'll leave a list in the description below of all the pens and everything that I used. But mainly I used a set of Faber-Castell brush pens and a set of Unipin grey tones. I'm actually working on watercolour paper for this one. I'm using my Sea White A5 watercolour travel journal. Reason being, I decided to apply a few washes of watercolour to this at the end, just black watercolour diluted down into various grey tones, just to kind of work with the ink pens a little bit more, tone some of them down, and to lay a nice sort of smooth wash down into the sky as well, which would have been very difficult to do with the grey ink pens on their own. So the watercolour washes work really well with this technique, and as you could just see there, I was just using a black pen there just for the darkest darks, and leaving all the other tones to be taken care of with the grey ink pens. Now, I have used grey ink pens before in the past, but never to this extent. Virtually the whole drawing was done with the grey ink pens, and like I say, just a little bit of black there for the darkest darks and a little bit of watercolour just at the end, just to tone things in a little bit. So it was quite an experiment really, just to see what I could get from these grey tones from the pens. Although, you know, there's not a vast array of varying tones, you can layer these up to achieve, you know, slightly darker tones and things like that. It's quite a change from drawing in graphite. You know, although the tones were looking similar, you know, there's no scope there for blending or erasing. You know, once you make that mark, it's there. You can't erase it, you can't smudge it or blend it or anything. So you have to kind of think in advance about everything you're doing, you know, when you're using ink, because like I say, that mark is permanent. There's not much you can do with it once it's on the paper. Unlike graphite, of course. I mean, graphite is a very forgiving medium. You can do all sorts of things with it, and that's generally why it's my favourite medium to work in. But just for a change, I fancied trying something with these grey ink pens, something which I would have done with graphite, or just black ink even. I mean, I like to work just in black ink alone, you know, doing fairly traditional ink drawings, I guess. Here's a few examples actually of a couple of other ink drawings that I've done in the past. Now, this one was done with mostly black ink, with just a few grey tone pens used for some of the distant trees there. And again, this one is mostly black ink, with a few light watercolour washes in the sky there. And this one is one of my favourites actually. I took this photo on one of the walks that I went on. And again, it's mostly black ink, and it's got some watercolour washes in there for the background trees. Now, if you fancy having a go at drawing any of those, they're all full real-time lessons over on my Patreon channel, as is this one, of course. This is just a quick, brief overview of the drawing, just kind of sped up, so you get an idea, you know, of what the drawing's about. And like I said at the start of the video, you know, this is really just an experiment, just to see what I could achieve, you know, with these grey ink pens. And I must say, they're great fun to use. I really had fun doing this one, and it didn't take long at all to do, and it was very easy to do as well. Quite a simple little drawing really. Right, okay, so I'll let you watch the rest of the drawing in peace. I hope you enjoy this one, and before I go, I'll just mention that I'll leave links to Patreon in the end screen cards and in the description below. It's only £3.50 a month to join, that's all it is, and the benefits and rewards that you'll receive far outweigh the cost. They really do. There's over 700 videos over there, you know, ink drawings, lots and lots of graphite drawings, watercolour, mixed media, too much to mention really. So if you know, if you want to learn to draw, or you want to follow along with some of the drawings that I do here, check out my Patreon. I'm sure you'll enjoy it over there. We've got a fantastic community of people. You can post your artwork there and people comment on it, and you'll be made more than welcome. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. Take care everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.